I know I was going to say that I was going to play a little bit of Subnautica today. Definitely don't have the time to do that. I do have company coming over in an hour, so I think I'm just going to kind of run through this. As I was explaining, I did play the United Nations of Earth last night. Played about another 6-hour game after I streamed last night. I ended up meeting these nice people. That these are the creations of my own. And they were extremely aggressive. They ended up basically wiping me out. So I'm going to make sure that that does not really happen. I don't know if I want to play Iron Man mode. 3 empires. No advanced AI starts. 1 fallen empire is good. The marauding empires aren't bad. Alright, everything else looks good. I was going along really well last night until I ended up crashing and burning by, again, the people that I ended up making myself. Alright, let's go. Now, I'm a little more confident with the controls, so I should be able to get into this game fairly rapidly. This is a 400 star system. I did say, hey Gabe, hey, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I'm just playing this for about an hour. I wanted to get into Subnautica, but I figure I want to devote a little bit more time to that. I know there's a lot of startup in that game, and there's actually something I really want to try when I play, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I need to get to the what is it called? Is it the Aurora? I need to get to the Aurora before it blows up, because you can actually rob that place blind. Alright, so anyways, let's I'm gonna play this for about, I don't know, it could only be 30 minutes. I want to see how far I can get into it. Instantly I'm going to set off my construction ship here, the outliner options. I want to turn that off, hide that immediately, and then we can close that. We are going to send the science ship out. We are going to get them to start circling around the Earth. Looks like we've got a fairly good start, but I thought that last time too. We're going to chain orders here. We're going to do a survey system, a survey, and a survey. And I probably should make another vehicle. Let's get those guys on the road. And we'll get the construction ship out to build anything that we feel like research stations right now. Alright, so that is our first turn, our setup. Let's just get into a fast mode here. Actually, let's pause it for a second. It looks like we need to get some research selected. What do we got here? Yeah, there is a way to do it though, Gabe. I remember I played it a few times now. I've definitely started up. I haven't finished it, but what happened is that if you can quickly mine the radiation suit, you can get over to the Aurora and you can get up before it blows up. I'm positive you can do it. In fact, I think there may even be a trophy for it. Alright, I want blue lasers right off the bat. I'm going to be a little more aggressive here, even though I've dummied down the AI. The AI is incredibly brutal. I cannot handle it. It's just, they spam at me so fast. I want that unification. That's a really good one. It allows us to build bigger planetary buildings. And finally, nano mechanics, I guess. Alright, so now we are good. We don't have any fleets to mention. We're just going to go into fast forward mode here. Alpha Centauri, it looks like already we've got a habitable planet, although it's not very habitable. Could be a lot better. Yeah, so played 2 games last night, ended up dying both times on this. I'm thinking I want to get a good start here. This is the size of the universe. That is a 400 star universe. Do you? Okay. The UNS Drake has made a startling find on Alpha Centauri 3. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Earth. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believe we are alone in the universe. Okay, so basically we are kind of still starting off the same story arc here in the game, where you kind of find the precursors. Contact report, planetary anemia. The United Nations of Earth is abuzz that with new news of alien life that was found, while highly intelligent by human standard, or hardly intelligent. The fascinating beings defy easy classification and hint at the most immense complexities. Okay, I'm not going to read all that. We'll just we'll read some of the special events that turn out. I ended up playing a game last night where you go to a black hole and you can actually send your crewmates through, and then they start talking to you through the black hole. It's fucking incredible. I was having a great time. All right, looks like we have a green planet here that we can possibly colonize. Alpha Centauri 3. It's got, right here we'll see 17 tiles that we can exploit. All of those may or may not be covered with hazardous tiles. This guy's just doing his job here. There's not a whole bunch we can do until we research. I better not die here. I'm tired of dying. So yeah, so I guess the star systems get up to 600. So I was wrong. It does definitely not fill this whole map, obviously. I think what is happening here is you can find these L gates. I think that's what they're called. I found a few last night. If you can get 7 of them, you can actually warp out here in the outer fringes of the galaxy. That would be incredibly weird, man. Imagine looking back at the galaxy that you came from. That would be really strange. All right, well, I'm going to give it a try. Like I said, I think when I'm done here, I'm going to check out the... I'm going to check out the trophies. All right. Well, I'm not going to argue with you, but again, I'm fairly certain you can get over there. All right, habitable world survey. Do I want to do that? Sure. Commendable effort.
Situation log has been updated.
So basically, all that is telling us right now is if we explore 8 habitable worlds, we will get a little bit of a bonus there. Or move us further along this event chain, which is neat because every time you play, guys, there's so many different random events that can happen. It literally turns into almost like a Star Trek episode. Like I was saying before, the last one I played was more like Interstellar. Now, I do know how to expand my territories here, so we're not going to make the mistake like we did last night. Now, it looks like we may be kind of close to the end of a line here. Right here, it looks like there's one warp gate that kind of connects to over here. So that's telling me we should probably have a starport here, probably defend it. Yeah, no, you're right. I guess if it doesn't explode, right? Oh, actually, though, it's already crashed. I don't know, Gabe. I will get back to you. If you follow me on Twitter, I will definitely look that up as soon as I'm done here. And like I said, which could be any time between now and like 30 minutes. So it's why I didn't want to get into Subnautica. Not to mention, I better probably play Subnautica again, just so I'm kind of familiar with the controls. All right, so this here is the first league. It begins the precursors. This is basically the first league were a group of people that lived some 2 million years ago. Okay, all that's left of them is ruins. Now, we can start finding artifacts from the precursors, and that will allow us to continue this chain of the precursor event. All right, contact report. Remnants. Human xenologists are practically falling over themselves to publish their takes on the recent finding of alien life. This fevered storm in the scientific community has had some negative yet temporary impact on pursuits in the other fields. Okay, so we do have a construction vehicle. What we're going to do here, it is snoozing. I think we're going to make ourselves a outpost over here. We are going to capture Alpha Centauri. We're not going to do what we did last time. We can look here in Chorus. It's looking kind of unremarkable here. Kind of like a rocky solar system. Maybe a gas giant. All right, let's adopt prosperity here. I'm not really 100% confident I know what these traditions do. All I know is I want the Ascension perks. I ended up getting 2 last night. I still got wiped out. Like I said, it was the creeping, what was it, the creeping corruptors or whatever, the one race I made. It was like, it was the guys that I made after the fungal death. So the fungal death are now called, I think, the creeping devourers.
Construction completed.
They are a nightmare of a race to have to contend with. Absolutely terrible. They stop at nothing. As soon as I met them, they're like, you need to die. I'm like, oh no. Like, these are my next door neighbors. And sure enough, I think it was like within 50 years they had attacked me and destroyed me. As soon as I developed destroyers, they just come flying in and just wipe me right out. All right, so we briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. It might have been a glitch in our system, or it could be a sign of something more. It's on par with her scientist level. Let's research that. We don't want to spend too much time doing research. You'll see there's a little symbol there. It looks like a blue thing with a green Roman numeral for a 2. That is the research anomaly that we are exploring. I'm like, what do you call those things? They are anomalies, though. You'll see it right there. All right, magnetic reversal. The magnetic field of Chorus 6A experienced a complete reversal while it was being observed by the UNS Drake. This rare event has interchanged the positions of the moon's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists with a lot of valuable data. 150 physics points. Great. So that's going to go towards this right up here. Our blue lasers. Perfect. 10 months, and we'll be able to get blue lasers on our ships, which are highly energetic, a lot more damaging. And we will be able to move from blue lasers to, I think, eventually get to ultraviolet lasers, which are like super powerful. All right. Can we adopt a new tradition here? Shit, we can already. Boy, we are, yeah, we're flying through this. This is great. All right, we're going to start building fleets as soon as we get our blue lasers researched. Eight more months. That's peanuts. Peanuts, not penises. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, like I said, it was just kind of like a croppy, like a rocky solar system.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
All right, we have nanomechanics. Perfect. Now we're going to be able to select a new one. Ideally, you'll see Wellheim has a trait that looks kind of like a stacked up bunch of logs. You kind of want to match it up with what you get down here. Now, these are all randomly given to us. But since he can't do anything, I'm going to go for afterburners. I'm certainly, I want to increase the maneuverability of my ships. That sounds really good right now.
Research concluded.
Yeah. Yeah, no, last night I had the same thing. I flew one of my scientists into the center of like a black hole, and then she started communicating with us over the next couple months. It was weird. All right, looks like we've got our blue lasers. We want to go fusion power for sure. And again, these are all random, guys. Genome mapping. We'll just we'll get that taken care of. Now, do we want to expand our empire, or do we want to start making ships? I think we want to start making ships, and then maybe sending out fleets, because there is old derelict mining vessels and stuff. All right, by chance, We stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this planet. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? Well, let's research that. That's pretty easy for Pranav. He'll be able to easily take care of that. He's level 2, so again, he will explore these anomalies, and as he explores the anomalies, he will also gain in skill. Now, we're not going to colonize Alpha Centauri yet. Can't really afford it. Now, I wouldn't mind Ancient Life Pod. That's what that thing was that was circling the Bernard Star 6. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the UNS Drake managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or a revered leader. Now, again, guys, we are still following. Remember, we've just come to the stars. This is only like 170 years in our future, 180 years in our future. So we are basically just leaving Earth. We have no actual proof that there is other life forms, except for now we found a life pod. We've got other forms of life somewhere in Alpha Centauri. We also know that there's an old precursor race somewhere amongst the stars out here that we have to find. Meanwhile, though, we've also got 3 other races that are trying to grow just as fast as we are, and you know, they're trying to dominate the universe as well. Ultimately, this is a 4X game. You know, it is. It's what is that? It's expand, exploit, explore, and exterminate. I think I got those right. That's your typical 4X. Now, I need access to my construction ship. We're going to go into Alpha Centauri. We are going to start building mining stations because there is a lot of resources to be had in Alpha Centauri. So we're going to send that construction ship out there. Bernard Star, he is still trucking away. We don't have anybody sitting around idle, do we? Yes, we do. Well, that is not a good thing. He was supposed to go over to here, I was pretty sure. Survey that system. All right, it looks like our ruler has gained logistic understanding. Now, what does that do? I don't know. So if you don't know, what you want to do is you want to go down to people. You want to check out who's busy leadering you. And apparently it wasn't even him that gained the skill. Was it? Where's the logistics? It's Dolores. Can we check her out? I want to check her out. How do I check her out? Oh, here it is. Logistic understanding. Ship upkeep is -5. Army upkeep is -10. That is not bad. I do like to build ships. And you know what? And speaking of, we are going to start pumping out little corvettes. We're going to get 3 of those. That's going to be the start of our little army. I should probably get another science vessel. Let's do that. And I have enough. I'm going to get the colony ship. So let's do her. We're going to go big or go home, guys. I'm not going to get jumped like the last time. So this looks like an absolute dead end. This is good space. I'm a little worried about this. I can see that there is a jump point here. I'm worried about something coming through here. It's very epic music. Wow. For some reason, my traditions are just flying up here. We're going to grab that too. Yes. Yeah, I actually own it, Gabe. Got it on my my PC. I'm a big fan of it. I've actually got Wastelands 3 as well. Is it Wastelands 3 or no? Wastelands 2, the director's cut, which is very much. I think it was considered its spiritual successor. I, on the other hand, felt it was a little clunky. I have been looking at Wastelands 3. I am thinking about picking that up, however. That it looks like they've refined things a little bit better there. Okay. So my games so far, when I play this, seem to last about 6 hours, and I can't get past that mark. I either suck at it. Fallout 2, yes, I did play that, and that was a little more streamlined. I remember playing the original Fallout, and I was like, this is stupid. You got only like 30 days, and it was getting that stupid recycling chip. And at the time when I started playing it, I was playing, you know, when I first got into like PC gaming, it was around 2000. And yeah, there was better games at the time. I was like, fuck that, I want to play Baldur's Gate. I want to play like Neverwinter Nights. I want to play Half-Life. Yeah, it always was gory though, Gabe. Remember, you did have the stats, I think, where you could even give people back them, right? Like, wasn't there a trait that whatever happened, it seemed like the people always died, like a horribly messy death? And I think there was like, and literally everyone you shot would kind of just explode. Another tradition. How am I gaining tradition so fast? I have no idea. I really have no idea. But whatever. We are prosperity is good. Now be careful with this game. If you guys are going to start this, any option that you decide to turn off while you're playing, keep in mind that even the next game that you start, even if it's like 10 years down the road, it's going to retain those same settings that you left off the last game that you played. So if you decide to turn off some hints for one vehicle, then they'll always be off. So just keep that in mind. All right, is my other science vessel, is it up and running yet? Yes. Okay, so now we have to hire a person to run that ship. We need to get our Captain Kirk. So in that case, we're going to go down to people here. We're going to hire a new scientist. And we want this guy he's a roamer. So his survey speed is plus 25%. He's 46 years old, so he's old. He's older. Can we select him? We could rename him if we wanted to, but right now we are just going to put him into this science ship. So what you do is you go to manage, you go down to here, recruit leader. Andrew is available, so we're going to throw him on. He's a brand new science officer. Andrew, that sounds like he's ready for some business. So we're going to send Andrew off to survey this system over here. All right, all our civilian ships are doing something at the moment. Our military fleet isn't doing too bad, considering we have 6 ships, and they have a strength of 227. That's not bad. That is the blue lasers giving us that offensive bonus. But until we get destroyers, guys, we are really just kind of a weak force in this whole universe. Now, somewhere out here is a fallen race. There is a big ancient race that is waiting to be woken in the year 2400. And there's also marauders out here. There may be pirates. So far, we haven't encountered anyone else, and I don't really expect to meet anyone else either for a little while. Probably until we hit the year 2220, I'd say. But by then, hopefully, we'll have established a little more of our territory here. I think what I'm going to do, as soon as I get a construction ship freed up here, I should actually build another one. I'm going to do that. We're going to go to Sol Station. We are going to build another construction class ship. And we are going to start setting up outposts. We want to expand this blue area. We want to make it as big as possible. That is our claim on the universe. I made a serious mistake last night, guys, where I just did not claim some of these systems. I opened up my borders to another fellow human race. They ended up making outposts in between my lands, and I was like, it was the end of me. They ended up killing me. It almost turned out to be almost like a Battlestar Galactica scenario, where these people had left the Earth, hundreds of years earlier, and they had made their own way in neighboring star systems. It was a really cool little storyline that happened out, just by happenstance. All right, so we have a science ship sitting idle. We're going to send him down to here. We're going to check out as much as we can, survey the system. Also, the science officer aboard that ship, Pranav, he'll gain more and more skill. You'll see that green bar underneath his skill. That represents when he's ready to level up. The more skill he has, the stranger the anomalies he can explore and exploit successfully. You don't want to send somebody who's a boob to like a level 8 anomaly, right? Somebody who's just right out of the gates, stuff will happen. Bad stuff. You'll open gates up to like other dimensions. Just weird stuff like that happens. I don't want to do that right now. I have enough problems trying to survive here. All right, we have an idle construction ship. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go over to Bernard Star. We are going to create an outpost out by Bernard Star. So we are going to build an outpost over to there. That will expand our borders. Also, what it's going to do is anybody who's coming through maybe this area into our space, they have to get through this little one choke point. So that's why I'm going to start fortifying over there. Not to mention, it also makes my land look a little bit better. All right, everyone's just sitting around. Sol Station is making another construction vehicle.
We have detected an anomaly.
There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this asteroid. So this is relative difficulty is hellish. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying, guys. Where is she? All right, right down here. You'll see that there is a level 10 anomaly. That basically will end the precursor quest line if you can actually open that up. We cannot. It's very, very strange technology. We don't want to fart with it. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it until my scientists gain a lot more skill. Now, you got to remember, guys, this game is played out in increments of time. So all our people here, if you look at our people, you'll see that they do have an age. Okay, they do age. Eventually, they'll die. They'll get to around their 80s, and they'll die. And then all of a sudden, all that knowledge, all that skill is just poof. It's out the window. So it's a brilliant, brilliant little mechanic that totally changes the way that you'll play this game. Not to mention, you also, if you go up to the top here, you can see your grand leader, the president in our case. She is age 56. Now, you could have things such as resilient, which gives you like another 25 years worth of life, but at the present, she's not resilient. Not to mention, we are in a democracy, so that means every 4 years we are having an election. And as we found out, Gabe last night was watching me play this. I ended up getting a corrupt leader. I had to eject him. I didn't want him to be the president of the United Nations empire. So yeah, I had to space that guy, send him out in airlock. All right, we have our first colony ship. We are going to go to Alpha Centauri, and we're going to lay down some roots. Where is Alpha Centauri 3? Let's go right here, and we are going to colonize that planet. All right, not bad. Getting your first colony by the time you hit 10 years into your game is definitely right on par, I think, with what you should be doing. I am by no means an expert at this game, guys. If you've watched me play, especially last night's adventure, I was playing for about 6.5 hours. All right, so we have to elect a new president. Okay. Yeah, you know, I do like New Vegas, though. It was probably one of my favorites. I can still remember a couple of adventures. I found that one really obscure bunker, and there was all these plants and stuff in it, and I ended up getting, I was playing it on the Iron Man mode where if you break your arms and stuff, and I had so much loot that I got from this one place. All right, our scientist Pranav has now gained the resilient trait, just what I was saying. Now Pranav can last 25 years longer than most other humans. So if we go here, we'll look at Pranav. And if we look under his skills, there's traits, resilient. His life expectancy is another 25 years. Now, there's a good chance that anybody that is running your ships, is an admiral, is a governor, they can also be elected to be a president on your
System
planet.
Survey concluded.
So, be aware of that. You could, at any point in time, end up losing some of your dudes because they end up getting elected. Okay. Did she get I think she got re-elected. She did. She got re-elected. That's not a bad thing. Okay. Welcome, guys. I'm ShatteredCiv. I'm just playing a quick game here of Stellaris, and by quick, that is an absolute understatement. These games roughly last about 6 hours at the very least. I'm going to try to make this a little bit better. I want to kind of explore all of the star system here, but we'll see.
Construction completed.
Okay, I'm going to send this guy over to here. We're going to start surveying this system here. Because she is pretty much stuck in a dead end. And what do we want to do? Bernard Star? I am going to build mining stations here.
A new world of opportunities awaits.
All right, so we got a new colony. That's awesome. Then we're going to also build research stations there. We want to exploit all the minerals and stuff in the different regions that we're going to. So yeah, again, we are just kind of just kind of waiting. A lot of waiting in this game. Now, do I want to expand further? I cannot get any of the resources until I actually create outposts on them. Now, outposts, guys, will increase sprawl, empire sprawl, right here. And I am almost getting over and above the 50 that will start giving me negatives if I overexpand. That's not cool.
Anomalous readings registered.
This asteroid recently suffered an impact with another body from the asteroid belt, which resulted in a slightly changed orbit and a massive crater on the surface. The difficulty level is easy. Let's just research it. We'll check out what that impact crater was caused from. Now, Do I want to expand borders? So you know what I want to do? I think we're going to go into, we're going to check Earth out. Now, if we are suffering and not having enough empire sprawl ability, what we're going to want to do is we want to create more city districts, and I'm going to want to create administrative offices. That will help. That will alleviate some of the problem. Obviously, you know, now the bigger your empire gets, I think if you ever play like Warhammer 40K, they've got literally planets that are just administrative planets. You know what I mean? It's just all about the paperwork. All right, we do have an idle ship here. I wouldn't mind getting an outpost down here. A lot of physics over here, though. What is this? Why is this so strange? Oh, there is a lot of shit to mine here, possibly. All right, I see why. It's just it's the sun itself that's interesting. All right. What am I doing with this construction ship, damn it? I'm going to send it to here. We're going to send this out to here. And we are going to build another outpost. Okay, not bad. I'm definitely getting a little more confident in this game. I'd have to say I've probably got now about, I don't know, about 100 hours in the game. Unfortunately, it's been spread over the course of many different time periods. All right, we have now got access to an Ascension perk, and we are going to open up, I think the Technological Ascendancy I do like. It gives you a chance of getting rare technologies. Okay, so going back to the asteroid collision, upon closer examination, we have discovered that a smaller asteroid consisting almost entirely of precious metals recently collided with one ES-111. This small but dense cache of metals was hidden just beneath the asteroid's surface, but now that it has been discovered, it should be accessible to mining. All right, so that gives us +3 mining to that one particular asteroid. Let's go take a look at it. A lucky find. Yeah, right there.
Completed.
Yeah, this might be the place to be. So yeah, we're going to set up an outpost here. You'll see right there, you'll see the little diamond symbol. There's 11. We haven't even finished exploring the system yet, and we can exploit 11 minerals out of just this system alone. You'll see all these other numbers here pop up. Let's just clean up the board a little bit. You can do that by going here on map modes. I'm going to turn off the detailed map mode. What that will do, we'll turn off basically anything that you have already exploited. You can basically see just quickly what you need to exploit in a system, and you don't need all that other extraneous detail. So, as you can see, if we can look right at Sol, there is still energy and a little bit of mining to be exploited from our main system. And we can look here, there's an asteroid that we can put up a mining colony around. And what else do we have? There should be energy. Yeah, here we go, Neptune. We could exploit Neptune as well, all right? I'm going to leave it just the way it is for now, because all our stuff is pretty much occupied. Oh, we need to build an outpost here around Cyrus. Let's move out there, because we see a habitable planet. Cyrus is always a habitable planet. If you play the Earthers a lot, you're going to find Alpha Centauri and Cyrus are definitely going to be your go-to solar systems. Of course, they're also going to be around the Sol system, okay, which is our own solar system. All these things here are basically in our local group. If you know anything about astronomy. And then also in the Virgo supercluster and all that stuff, we're all part of that. So all these types of nomenclature of the different surrounding solar system are going to be things that you're familiar with. Okay, now we have researched that. We are going to move into biodiversities, I think. Gabe, I have just got a message from my friend. I don't think it's going to be much longer. I think it's just pretty much right until I get a knock at the door. Okay, so we can get carrier operations. We can actually now create vehicles that can launch out strike craft, little fighter ships. This game it goes way beyond what it needs to. I'm going to go for the ceramo metal materials, and that is going to be, we'll be able to armor all our vehicles with that. Ceramo armor, I think sounds like it's probably effective against laser materials, not so much kinetic. I did say I was going to do it tonight, Gabe, although I did not realize that I would be woken up. I ended up having like basically somebody fucking banging on my door. That's why if you see me stumbling over my words today, it's because I literally just got yoinked out of bed, and they're like, "Hey, your laundry room's leaking, and it might be your washing machine," and I'm like, "Well, that's great." You know, I live in a condo, not like an apartment, so any damages that are incurred to the building are, you know, my responsibility. So I got woken up. I did want to play it, and then I see my friend, and she's like, I'm coming back to London. You know, let's get together. So I'm like, I don't really have a lot of time to do the Subnautica. All right, so we've got two ships sitting around. I'm going to build, like I said, we're going to build a... All right, he's there. I cannot build an outpost yet because it has not fully explored the system. Once it's fully explored, we'll be able to build an outpost.
Survey concluded.
And that should be it right there, I think. I just heard that. Nope. Where's the other guy sitting idle? I'm going to build an outpost here. I got to be careful again, guys. I do not want to overexpand. If I do this, I think I may overexpand my empire. I don't want to do that at the moment. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. But that reminds me, let's go take a look at our new colony there on Alpha Centauri.
System
view the
survey
planet.
concluded.
Right now, they are not producing anything really. They are still, in fact, yeah, they're still colonizing the planet. So we're not getting any type of Empire Sprawl bonus from those guys. So we got to wait till they actually colonize the planet. What they're doing, they take the colonizer ship, they land it, they break it apart. They use the fusion reactor of the colonizer as like the energy source for the new colony. It's kind of really neat. If you're like a science nerd, man, this game is just, it's totally right up your alley. Now, automated exploration protocols. I am going to get into that. That's going to allow all my science vessels to just kind of go around, do their own thing, so I don't have to like babysit them, which is absolutely... See how these guys are sitting idle? I don't want to do that. We want to get them to keep on exploring. Now, you don't have to survey systems. You can explore. You can even travel through. As long as you have a science vessel naming the planets, other vehicles can follow in their wake. A vehicle, however, if it's not a science vessel, cannot move here. So if I were to move, let's say, this construction ship...
Construction completed.
Over to here, for instance. You'll see that I'm not able to do it. I'm not able to select it. However, over to someplace like over here, no problems, right? I can move there, I could build an outpost, etc., etc. Now, what we're really looking for here, we know there's other hostile belligerents here on this map. We want to make sure that we're blocking all the choke points into our space. Right down here would probably be an ideal place to start searching. You'll see that it kind of branches off with other star lanes that connect to other parts of the galaxy. We definitely want to be wary of that type of invasion or entryway into our space. And that's why I am kind of searching around here. Procyon, I should really be sending the science vessel, I think, probably down to there. And as soon as they're done, I think, researching, we are going to probably do that. We got a construction ship here. Again, I don't want to overexpand here. I don't want to make another outpost and then I'm paying for it. Because what happens, basically, the farther you extend away from your main empire, the more it costs. I mean, remember what happened to the Romans, guys, where they basically made themselves bankrupt by overexpansion. What I really need is Alpha Centauri to kind of blossom. We need them to kind of sit there and go, hey, wait a minute, we're a colony too. And they will add their economics to our economics. But I'm going to have to wait just a little bit longer, I think. Let's explore just a little more. I think maybe what we're going to do, we're also going to build up a little bit of a military fleet here. I also see that we can actually upgrade them too. There's a little up arrow there. So you can go into here, you can manage them, you can go over to upgrade fleet, and that's going to cost us about 80 alloys. But that will give them the blue lasers and whatever new technologies that we've opened up. It is the same time, my friend. You must live in the Eastern time zone. Get 2 more Corvettes. Now, you'll notice if you look here on our outliner here, our military fleet, you'll see no leader is assigned. So what we're going to do, we're going to have to need an admiral, and we're going to hire him through this screen here. Recruit new leader. Boom. Now, again, you're looking at their skills, you're looking at their age. Ship upkeep, negative 10%. Definitely. Amber, you're hired. You're hired. She's 40 years old. So what we're going to do, we're going to assign her to the first fleet. Go to manage. You want to go to the recruit leaders button here. Boom. And it will give you the list of all your admirals, whether or not they're available or not. And we're going to attach her to this the first fleet of the United Nations Empire. Is it Empire? No, it's not. I guess it would be a Union. All right, they're fully upgraded. So now they've got probably blue lasers and shit. So far, we have not. Yeah. No, you know what? What's funny, Gabe? I played this last night, so I bet the Caravanneers again. And this time they weren't rock people. They were insectoid. They look like beetles. And I'm like, oh my god. So what, you can mate with these? What was funny is in that game, I ended up getting taken over by the other humans. But I noticed that on quite a few of my planets, I did have half human species. So that lineage basically is now forever in the game. That adds so much depth and complexity to this game. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. Every time I play it, there's always like this new little adventure. Okay, now you'll notice, guys, up here, our Empire sprawl has now expanded considerably, and that is because if we go over to this screen here, our cosmology screen, you'll see that Alpha Centauri is now colonized, and we can actually, or it's not. It's not. I don't know why the Empire Sprawl changed. Probably because it's just clicked over. Alpha Centauri is now becoming, it's probably got a population, etc. I'm not sure exactly of the nuances there, but whatever. We can start sending out the construction ships to build star bases. For 500 minerals, we are able to build an absolute shitload of mining resources. So Baranic, yeah, all these asteroids will be able to reap the benefits of all their minerals and stuff as soon as we build it. So if you zoom in on this little construction vehicle, you can see him. He's going to fly off. He's going to do his little thing. Yep. So they are right now building around the sun something to harness the 3 energy from the sun of Baranic system. And yeah, that will be it there, I think. That's what we're building. That is the mining outpost. And they'll just do that. They'll bring more and more back to our empire. And so far, so good. And again, once we get to this stage, it's just kind of a little bit of a waiting game. I can speed up time. I can hold down the triangle button. You'll see that time is now just flying. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. Now, again, you're going to look. Andrew's skill is definitely not that great. Definitely not enough to tackle this anomaly. We're going to let him pass that by. Actually, I think all of our scientists are probably a little too stupid to even understand what's going on at the moment with these anomalies. That is something for a later
system survey
quest.
Concluded.
All right, so we got that guy. He's letting us know that the one science ship in the Procyon system is now idle. So we're going to send this guy over to here. We're going to survey the system over here. You see he's going to have to like make those jumps. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's exploit these minerals over here. We're going to build a whole bunch of mining stuff. Look at all the habitable worlds we have. Miner mandate fulfilled. As per our president's mandate, additional mining stations have been constructed. That gives us a bunch of unity points, which is good. That goes towards our traditions and stuff. You know what?
Evasive maneuvers.
Oh, I haven't looked, brother. I have turned off all those notifications. If that pops up, it's going to be on my phone. Uh-oh. Science ship UNS Einstein has encountered a hostile alien vessels fleet in Youngham and is currently attempting to evade them. Let's take a look there. We'll agree. I am also encountering Youngham. We have encountered some form of alien vessels. These strange objects have been flagged as sprites. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. Obviously, they seem to be attacking us. It's intriguing. The United Nations of Earth has finally encountered fellow wanderers among the stars. Despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile, the atmosphere on Earth, following the report from our contact fleet, can best be described as rapturous. Okay, let us see where this is. There is the alien fleet, guys. And we are escaping. Yes, our science vessel is leaving the system. Now, these are space jellyfish. You can either you can approach these guys, you can attack them, or you can basically examine them. I'm going to slow down time just a tad here. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we are no longer able to extend ourselves further until we take care of these. Now, I can send in the fleets. Which, you know what? I think we're going to do that. We're going to just take them out. We're going to build another bunch of Corvettes. 4 more Corvettes. We're going to send off, what was her name? Amber. We're going to send her off to deal with the space squids. I don't know what else to call them. Yeah.
Construction completed.
All right, we're going to go back to Seoul, and we are going to create another colony ship. Ultimate, how's it going, my friend? I hope you're enjoying this little playthrough here. I do like playing this game occasionally, and every time I keep coming back, there's new patches and stuff, and they introduce all these new little nuances and missions, such as this. Ship sensors are picking up an unexplained pattern of interference in the VIMAS system. Now, Pranav, awesome surveyor, excellent scientist, more than enough to deal with this pattern of interference. We're going to have him research. I'm not doing too bad, my friend. Thank you. Hopefully, I can finally get a first win on this game. I've died twice horribly. Once by other humans. That was kind of like a Battlestar Galactica type scenario, and then there was another where I created these guys. They're called fungal death. What they are is a semi-sentient being of mushroom men that just absorb everything. They just kind of get into your planet and just and you can't stop them. And I met them last night. Whenever you make a new race, guys, you have a chance of meeting them somewhere in this galaxy. Well, sure enough, they were my next door neighbors, and trust me, the race that I made, guys, they're called Creeping Devourers. It's the last race you want for next door neighbors, because as soon as you meet them, they're like, everyone must die, we are coming for you. And I'm like, no, what do you mean? And yeah, so I ended up dying terribly. All right, we got a science vessel sitting right here. Okay, so we're going to go back to that one mission that we were Andrew was checking out. The UNS Drake crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the VIMAS system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation, to be precise, and one that science officer Pranav Sandraham cannot seem to get out of their head. Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin from outside of our galaxy. That's kind of mind-blowing in itself. All right, we're going to get him to survey the system.
Research concluded.
We're going to build mining stations there. This guy is doing pretty much nothing over here. There's not much he can do. I could build another outpost. I'm going to fly over here. There's a semi-habitable planet over here. Plus, again, like I was saying, guys, see these space lanes? This is like one of the choke points that is going to get us into Earth space here. Okay? We definitely want to set up a choke point. You'll see that there's only some ways in, some ways out. We want to make sure that all our bases are covered. This is a point of interest right here. We're probably going to build an outpost here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to send this construction vehicle over to here. We're just we can only move them there now because the system isn't explored fully yet. Once it's fully explored, we'll be able to exploit it. And so on and so forth. And our military fleet is building up. You'll see this whole station is still pumping out the Corvette classes. As soon as we get this last one, there we go. We are going to send the first fleet out. Should we do that? This fighting force was at least 560. We should be able to take it out. Should be able to. I'm going to build a few more. Damn it. The colony ship's building now, and it's going to take almost a little over a year, or just under a year. All right, we're going to start building up other Corvette classes. We are going to send Amber to the front lines. We're going to do a little bit of a foray mission into the what do we call it? The Yonghung system. All right, let's go in. We're going to go check it out. We're going to start probing these. What do they look like? Starfish? Cuttlefish? Yeah, cuttlefish.
We have detected an anomaly.
Okay, we have got another I'm going to adopt that discovery. It allows you to expand a lot quicker. You're going to see that our empire sprawl here at the top of the screen should increase over time. Now, we do need more scientific research here. Selective defoliants. So whenever you have a planet, guys, that basically is choked up with, for instance, on Earth, you get the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. You also have slums. All this stuff, depending on what type of social policies you enact or you kind of explore and learn, you can actually overcome those types of issues. I'm going to actually take that for now. That will help out in the long run. It looks like our ceramo metals are coming along really well. Let's see about the research details here. A combination of different metals and ceramics. Okay, all right. So it's lighter and stronger, I guess, without sacrificing flexibility. Okay. All right, we're going to wait for this that one place to be fully explored. Then we're going to put an outpost there. Towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Usuladon 5A, which is a moon, the first moon of the fifth planet in the Usuladon system. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. So, guys, if you guys have ever played, I think it's Borderlands 3, they have an absolute full level that is exactly like this. The Toad asteroid, you're going to see on that the one map, you're going to see big giant jet engines pushing and stuff. It is fucking cool, and that's exactly what's happening here. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Where is our combat fleet? Here they are there in the Baranac system. We are moving in. I hope Amber can pull this off. We're going to go up against the space cuttlefish.
We have detected an anomaly.
Okay, some kind of unknown structures are floating in this giant this gas giant's upper atmosphere. They appear to be using aerostatic lift to remain buoyant, so we can actually look there. I'm going to research, but this is the planet. This is the where that activity is taking place. So every different solar system, guys, has got its own little history to it, and you'll see our science vessel kind of moving in. Titanic life. Uh-oh. The native life of Alpha Centauri Prime is built on an epic scale, far larger than anyone previously thought was possible for biological life. The question now in the minds of our researchers is, what is their secret? Can we benefit from it? Proposals to study the native life in greater detail are flooding in. We are definitely going to proceed with the study of Titanic life. And if you go over to here, guys, you'll see your situation log, everything that you need to kind of research. So if we do the Titanic study, I'm gonna stop time for a second so nothing's moving. So again, I do kind of have this in the kind of the turn-based strategy genre of in my gaming folders. So that's going to cost us 3,500 society points. What does that mean? Well, that means if you go into technology here, you're going to look under this entry here, society, MR. It is going to stop everything that we are doing on selected defoliants right now. It's going to put everything, all 3,500 points, towards learning about the Titanic species, right? It's going to delay all our society learnings that MR is going to be doing, such as selected defoliants, 41 months. That is what? That's almost like 4 years, guys. Do you want to spend that much time? Do you need the selected defoliants? MR Akkard is now getting 4 years older, and again, if you go look in the people, right? Amar is coming in at a ripe old age of 55. Another 4 years of him spending his life on the Titanic life study. He's going to be 59 on the other side of it, right? It's these little things, man. It's like little tiny things that you have to kind of take into consideration. I think, considering its proximity, though, to us, and the fact that we are talking about gargantuan species, I think I'm going to start throwing in the research to that. So we'll start that up, and let's get the time rolling again. And now, if we look back into our research and technology, you're going to see that he is now busy with the Titanic life study. For 41 months. Okay, so keep that in mind. Survey system. We are going to get this other construction class here. I notice we have a green planet there. We can actually start expanding very, very aggressively here. I haven't had this good of a start for quite a while, I have to be honest, because most times that I've played, I have not had this many habitable worlds. We've got Cyrus, we've got Vamos. Which is better out of the two? Now, here's Vamos here. You look down here, it's got 10 tiles for its planet size. So, not super, super huge. and certainly not as big as Sirius 3. So we're gonna get our colony on Sirius 3. These guys are moving into here. We're gonna check out this new unexplored star system. Aerostat colonies. A ruined network of aerostat colonies dating back at least 3 millennia can be found in low orbit of this gas giant. So that was the one we just checked out. Their original function appears to have been gas mining, but they have since been abandoned and reoccupied by many different races and pirate groups. The colonies have been thoroughly stripped of anything even remotely valuable, but the mere fact that they are still aloft after all this time makes them an interesting subject of engineering research. And that was here, right? Yeah, right here. All right, so this is definitely something we want to get under our control. All right, we have our colony ship, and we are going to send it to Sirius 3, colonized planet, and we can name it anything we want. We're just going to keep it kind of uniform here. If you play, for instance, my Creeping Devourers, they have very, very alien naming sounding names. Okay, so we have a free construction ship here.
Knowledge
build
is the
mining
key
stations.
To the universe.
Look at Sol is able to actually generate 3 more electricity. So somewhere down the line, we have probably increased our type of technology that's allowing us to gain rather than lose.
Completed.
Or not. Maybe it was just yeah. Maybe it was just the construction ship that was there. Never mind. All right, we're going to fly here. We're going to put up a star base that will expand our borders, and then I think I'm going to do Rodin, and then Isseldown. And that is a pretty good expanse for an empire. I could probably almost even start separating my my race into different colonies, not colonies, sectors, and I can probably get other governors to look after the separate areas instead of myself doing it. If you do it yourself, guys, you're gonna fail unless you're like really familiar with the rules. Here we go. We're gonna pause. We are getting into the battle. I just noticed our fleet is entering the system. First fleet, engage the enemy. All right, this should be interesting. Let's turn on time. All right, here's your first look at the battle system of Stellaris, guys. If you were just joining. Now, all our ships have, I think, the type of ion. They can move a little quicker than your base ship. They've also got blue lasers, which I'm hoping is going to give us the benefit of the doubt here. They do have a big cruiser. They have like a destroyer.
Construction completed.
And we are going to go with fusion missiles. I'm going to be super aggressive here. Look at this, guys. Great screenshot potentials here, eh? All right, looks like we're winning. We've lost a Corvette.
Anomalous readings registered.
An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above this moon. The massive sails protruding from its hull suggest that it relied on solar power to function. Well, we can certainly research that with Pranav. He's got a skill level of 3. The relative difficulty is 2. Sounds good to me. Of course, that was more pressing than this, space battle with. I think they're called space amoeba. I think that's what they're called. They are sort of gentle, but we need them out of the system so we can keep expanding. So yeah, we do have to get rid of them. They've killed 2 of our Corvettes. Their main destroyer is left over. We're gonna just blow this thing out of the sky, I hope. I hope I can take it down. I hope my weapons are effective enough.
Survey
I'd hate to think that I just killed its kids, and now it's like all pissed off at us. Alright, what can only be described as a dimensional portal has been discovered in a remote location on Alpha Centauri Prime. This is awesome! Weather prediction algorithms noticed a strange air current which was eventually determined to be caused by the slight leakage of atmosphere into the portal. The rate of loss is far too small for it to make any difference to life on Alpha Centauri Prime, but the very existence of this portal raises some disturbing questions, such as where does it lead to, and could something come through the portal from the other side? Let's take a look at this. This is Issue's special project, Probe the Dimensional Portal on Alpha Centauri Prime. On our home planet, there is some portal to another dimension, man. Haven't we played this game before? I think it's called Doom. Oh, this doesn't look good, guys. It looks like we've killed its kids. I'm going to lose 2 more ships, and then we're going to pull out of here. Die, space bug! Yay! Space amoeba! Oh, yeah, we killed the mother and its kids. Oh, terrible. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Samnavac 4A. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. Alright guys, I have just got that magic text. I have got to go. Like I said, I wasn't really sure how long I was going to be here. But that is it for me, I have now just come to the end of the playthrough. I'm really glad you guys could watch me. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to probably continue this. Let's just save this game up here. Oh, I just have to just save and quit because I am playing Iron Man mode. There's no coming backsies. There's no, if I make a stupid mistake, I'm just going to reload again, right? So anyways, that is Stellaris right there. I am missing one of the DLC packs. It is called Federations. They haven't actually released everything quite yet, so I'm going to wait till that DLC drops to like a ridiculously low price, because right now, guys, if you buy this game right from the get-go, you're going to pay something like $200 for it. It's just absolutely bonkers. Don't do it. It's a good game. It's not that good. It's just Paradox. Paradox is fucked. I've been playing with these guys for years, and they make great strategy games. Their pricing, though, is just through the fucking roof. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'm out of here. I will see you on the flip side. I will be back, I think, on Monday and Tuesday for the Long Dark. And Gabe, I will get to Stellaris, Subnautica. I will start playing it again just to get kind of a feel of the controls. And we'll get to that next week. All right, guys, take care. Good night. Don't fall through that floor.